Awaken, O sleeper, for you have been asleep long enough. Awaken the God within. Awaken and arise, O sleeper, for the time has come. Your free will is your ability to be the key to your dreams. Awaken the God Within. Book link is in the description of this live video. The book is available on Amazon. Click the link and get you one. Awaken the God Within. God is within you. Most of y'all asleep on that. Sleeping Beauty. You were sent into this sleeping state as a new being, having to wake up and realize who you are. Welcome to the rest of your life where you get right and become Christ, the light, so that you can see. Because a lot of y'all can't see right. That's why y'all lost in the darkness of your own life. You got to let God come in and do what God does. Let God's will express through you. You are to be the express trust. You are to express the trust that God has within each of us. Shout out to Ico Solo 1111, man. That's God's supreme sacred geometry. Y'all know what it is. Blessed by the Most High. We in the building, man. Shout out to the rest of your life. What up, KC the One? Facts, we moving into the future that we create as kings of the future, as kings of the kingdom that exist in the futures we create with the consequences we make every single day. Glory be to God. You are the king. Now have dominion over your free will and show life how you want to live. Glory be to God. We here. Let me turn this bright light off right now. We got the sun's light. We don't need the artificial light right now. We got the sun's light coming in. You know what I'm saying? Glory be to God for the light of the sun. We are the son of God. Now you got to shine bright. Just like the sun that you are. Radiate. Grand rise and radiate. It's a good morning because every day we die and every day we rise. 1 Corinthians 15:31. Realize we are the eyes in the skies. We live in the skies. We don't live on the earth because even the earth itself lives in the sky. The earth is floating in the heavens. We are on the earth floating in the heavens. We are currently in heaven. Welcome aboard. This is the mothership in the Father's story. His story. It's our glory. His glory. That's facts. Somebody said, praise Buddha. Facts. We are the budding light. We are the Buddha. We are the flower. We are the seed that God planted in the body that must bud into a blossoming golden lotus. Hope you notice. We are the Buddha. That's why we smoking. Holy ghosting. Facts, man. We are the iCloud. God's iCloud for God's iPhone. The human body. ET. Phone home. Facts. Somebody said, praise Buddha. You are the Buddha. You are the flower that is budding. You are the flower that is blossoming. Blossoming in your life. God planted the seed of life. The seed for the tree of life. The seed that produces fruits of life. Consequences, man. You know what I'm saying? Lived reality. You are the Christ mass tree. That's what the Buddha is. The Buddha is the Christ mass tree as it blooms, as it sprouts into a golden lotus. It's a flower of light. Shout out to God for planting the star seed in each and every single one of us. The star seed that God planted in you, that seed of light that God planted in you is the Christ. All right? God planted his child within you, and you have to raise the Christ in your own life. You have to raise the Christ. You have to raise the seed that God planted in you. As the Garden of Eden, you a gardener, and you know what gardeners got to do. So you got to be the gardener that raises the child within you. Now, Christ is risen when you raise him to the forefront. Be Christ in your own life. Be light in your own life. Be intelligent in your own life, right? Light just means the ability to see. The ability to see is the ability to make an intelligent decision. Be capable of making intelligent decisions in your life. by practicing making decisions for yourself and learning from the consequences for yourself and making the adjustments for yourself. Be the father of yourself and raise the child within yourself. You must be the father and the son. The father and the son are one. John 10:30. You're going to have to raise yourself to your highest height. Nobody can raise you to your highest heights for you because you have the free will. You got to do that. Facts. Somebody said, did he say that though? He's saying it now through me. Pay attention. God is talking. You just got to learn to hear the voice of God. That's all. What up, though? Five Toes. Don said, Las Vegas in the house. What's good, bro? God is. God is good. All the time and all the time. You feel me? Somebody says, this is the same MF that said he has transcended human intelligence. I mean, of course, why would you not transcend the human limitation of intelligence? 5 physical senses. That's what we relate to the human experience. The 5 physical senses are a limitation on intelligence. So if you go outside of your 5 physical senses in the exploration of your intelligence, you have transcended the human level of intelligence. Facts. Somebody say, you speak my father's language. We speak the father's language. Glory be to God. God's language is the only true language to speak, and then you learn how to use it. It's a skill level. Communication is a skill. You got to build your skills. Comprehension is a skill. You got to build your comprehension skills. How you doing, my son? I'm just getting started. I'm getting happy. What's up? Okay. Y'all need more of that? All right. We'll get some more in a minute. Who needed you? All right. You need something? All right. We're going to get that for you. All right. I love you, my son. Get you some of that chlorophyll in your body right quick in the refrigerator. All right. Somebody said, speaking gibberish. Yeah, that's because I'm speaking beyond your 5 physical senses. You cannot sense this level of communication with your lower level comprehension. You're going to have to elevate your comprehension. Somebody said, because it's physically impossible. Yeah, you don't physically leave the physical world. That's physically impossible. You consciously leave the physical world. That's mental. You can mentally go where you physically cannot. So you have to go mentally, but a lot of y'all don't know how to astral project your consciousness. You don't know how to think deeply into these concepts. It's the same as what's meant by meditation. Somebody said, Islam, my brother, grand rising on another blessed day. Yeah, facts. Every day is God's day. Today is the day that God made. Glory be to God. We living like that every day in a row. Somebody said, I didn't know you fought Deen. That's crazy because it's Deen's most viral video. My video, throwing hands with Deen, is Deen's most popular video on his YouTube channel to this day. Somebody says, you can enlighten your consciousness, but you cannot transcend human intelligence. Enlightening your consciousness is what is meant by transcending human intelligence. You are able to use your consciousness from the higher mind instead of the lower mind. The human body is the lower mind. The human intelligence is the mind within the human body, which is the lower mind in the lower aspect of self. Your human body is the part of you that is on the earth. You are not on the earth. You are still in the air as the consciousness that is controlling the human body. The master is still the sentient aspect of the puppet. The puppet is not in control of itself. The puppet being the human body, being the earth body, being the dirt, the carcass, that's not where the sentience is coming from. Sentience is coming through the human. Somebody says you are still using your own neurons to think and process. That is your own human intelligence. That's not your human intelligence. That's your human body, your human technology. What I'm saying is, if you're going to use your human intelligence, you must be higher than your human intelligence as the user. The human intelligence is not using you, you're using it. Therefore, I have transcended my human intelligence by not allowing my identity to be stuck in the human identity. I don't identify as the human. I identify as the intelligence. The human is stupid. The human is impoverished. The human is a property. The human is registered to the state. The human is registered through the social security number and the birth certificate. Like, you can't register the master. The master is the one who performs the registration. That's love. I appreciate you, Geronimo. You already know what it is. Facts. I mean, it is crazy. Somebody says you cannot possibly transcend yourself because your conscious is neurons. No, consciousness creates neurons Neurons don't create consciousness. You're backwards. You're trying to give God's glory to the toys instead of giving the toys to God. God created these toys to play with them. The toys did not create God, family. You got to get the creator in the right order. You out of order. You just got to get in the right order. All right. First order of business, God. God first. The creator first. The creator creates. Neurons don't create. Neurons are created. Neurons are creatures. You just gotta turn around. You're just going in the wrong direction in life. Once you turn around, you'll get right. Said neurons are already there. They connect through. Neurons are not already there. Somebody put neurons there. That was the creator. The creator created neurons and created the there for the neurons to be. There would be no there for neurons to even be there if the creator did not create the space in which neurons come to exist. So no. All glory be to the creator. Just as an intelligent individual with common sense, we're going to give credit where credit is due. We're not going to give credit to the toys for self-existing. That's just not intelligent. You know what I said? How did you come to the conclusion something created it? Because it exists. I mean, how did you come to what? I don't understand how you think that things that exist didn't come into existence. There's only one way to come into existence. It's called creation, which means there's a creator. Somebody said, we are God, so we created the neurons. That's correct. And you're still creating neurons. You create and recreate your cells. You're recreating cells right now as well. Your cells are always regenerating. Your body is always reproducing itself, always healing itself. If you would stop getting in the way, the body is healing itself from the way you use it. So yeah, you definitely are the one that is creating the neuron and the neuron health. You can have less healthy neurons or more healthy neurons depending on the decisions that you make in the creation of neurons. So yes, not only are neurons created, but they are recreated constantly. Not only are cells created, but cells are recreated constantly. So definitely respect the position you play in life as the one who is directing the generation of your cells. You are directing the generation of your neurons. It says, if you believe God can't create without being created, then you've already accepted that not everything needs creation. Yeah, but everything that is created needs creation. God doesn't need creation because God is not created. You know what I'm saying? You said God can't create without being created. That's because God is never created. Neurons are created. God is not. Neurons exist in a created position. You can deal with the creation of neurons. You cannot deal with the creation of God. God gives you his creations to deal with, not himself in creation. God is always outside of creation. Neurons are inside of creation. Neurons exist in the matrix. Somebody says, yo, I've been boxing for 1 year and it changed my life and now I'm stronger and more confident. That's facts. Boxing being a physical exercise also increases the endorphins in your body that allows you to be confident. And boxing being a physical exercise allows you to tap into the progress that you are proud of. You appreciate being progressive. Shout out to boxing for being physical and spiritual and psychological, because as you become healthy physically and healthy spiritually, you're able to become healthy mentally as well. Boxing is therapy. Sparring is therapy. Come get you some. Shout out to boxing, man. Shout out to One Way Able. Man, y'all put on, man. G love is God's love. Gloves up, guns down, man. Y'all get out there and punch with your others, man. All my brothers punch. I punch with my brothers. Facts. Somebody said, how do you know he isn't created? And also, how do you know he already exists? First of all, because I am him, expressing my existence through my creation. I am not created because I don't exist in creation. I express myself into creation. I express myself through creation into creation from the outside of creation as the creator. It's common sense. You just got to pay attention, family. It's like I am using the phone from outside of the phone because the phone is created. How my babies? Y'all all right? Gabrielle said he need a little bit more. We'll go get that in a little bit, though. A little bit more what? He said he needs to talk now. You tell you? No. Oh, yeah. Y'all gotta work together. Tell him to get some chlorophyll. That's love. Somebody say, you smart. bruh. No cap. You have opened my eyes to a lot, brother. Thank you. I am God. You are. And shout out to you for accepting that position. It's saying that I am God is a very self-accountable thing to say. And most people are afraid to be self-accountable. Nobody want to be the fault. Nobody want to be at blame. Nobody wants to be the reason. But because you have decided to accept that you are the reason in your life, man, that gives you the ability to exercise dominion over your consequences and over your future. You can treat your future like the kingdom that God gave you and build your future, build your kingdom, build the walls, you know what I'm saying, through the empirical evidence. Your empirical evidence is what makes you the emperor of the empire you build with the free will God gave you as dominion. The only one that has dominion is the king. Because you have dominion, you are the king, you are Christ, because Christ is king. Christ and king are synonyms as words. They mean each other. So you definitely are the one that is in control of the free will in your life. You are the one who has to be accountable. But most people run from accountability. So they feel like victims in their life, and they feel like they feel like it's them versus the world, right? Them versus everybody. When in reality, God gave you dominion. It's not you versus the world. It's you expressing yourself through the world. So you got to harmonize with the world. You have to integrate, not be at odds. That's facts. Man, appreciate everybody that understand their position. Somebody say, I choose Jesus. That's because you're the one who was able to choose. So because you are the one who is able to choose, you got to respect your choice, respect your ability. Somebody said, God commits countless atrocities and commands degenerate things of his followers all the time in the Bible. Yeah, God is the only person existing in the Bible. God is every character in the Bible. God is all his own followers in the Bible. God is every single apparition and expression of existence there is. So when God is committing countless atrocities, God is committing atrocities against himself as a warrior, purifying himself. Somebody said God also just straight up murders people in the Bible. The people that God murders in the Bible is himself. God is murdering aspects of himself to refine and redefine himself, which is what we all have to do. Out with the old, in with the new. We all have to kill aspects of ourselves as we continue to evolve and adapt through life, through our own learning experience, through our own learning curve. Somebody says, how can you be God and God be God also? Because you have to be one with yourself no matter what. The Father and the Son are one because all sons grow up to be fathers. The past and the future are one because the past becomes the future. You guys, how can you be in the past and be in the future at the same time? Because they overlap. It's a singularity. It's universal. Somebody said free will isn't an excuse for evil. There's no excuse for anything. Everything is good. There is no evil. You see evil because you feel like a victim in your life. God saw everything and said that it is good. Everything that God created for his goodness. So if you see evil, that's just because that's the eye you using. You using the evil eye. You see evil where there is perfection because you don't know perfection. Somebody says the only way that God exists is that God is everything and nothing outside of it. Exactly. God is everything. That's why God is not a creation. God is everything. God created everything as an extension of himself. God got it. Somebody say, where you from? I'm from God. Somebody said, but heaven is void of evil and the people inside of heaven have free will. That's because there is no evil. You decide that you see evil because that's your decision. You feel like you don't like something, the next man do like it. One man trash, another man treasure. One man's evil is another man's good. It's all good. You think that your judgment is superior to somebody else's judgment, but it's equal. Somebody said, if people don't have free will, what would be the point of doing everything we do? We have to sin and repent. Free will is needed in this life. I mean, everybody already has free will. I don't know why they trying to argue against free will, using free will to post the argument. Somebody says, you need to seek a mental health professional immediately. Oh, because you believe in the mental health profession. That's you. You worship mental health. We worship God. So you want to go and give your idol worship to the mental health industry? That's fine. Go do that. Somebody says, no, I'm going based off of God's definition of evil within the Bible, not my own. Yeah, Isaiah 45:7. Isaiah 45:7 is in the Bible. So you can go get that. Isaiah 45:7 says, nowhere, what What point if no? I don't know what you got going on. Somebody said there is no proof of free will. Family, you arguing against your own free will. You're not qualified to even have a conversation with normal people, with regular people. Family, we all know that we create our own consequences. That's what life is. That's crazy that you don't believe in free will, but you in here using it is amazing. You got to go on somewhere. Somebody say free will is the opportunity to choose. Since we can't do that, then we have free will. That's facts. We can choose to be God because we have free will and the ability to choose. Why not choose to be God? Why would you choose to be less than God with your ability to choose? Somebody said free will logically cannot exist under an omniscient God. Family, we are the omniscient God using free will. The only thing that you don't allow is for yourself to be the master of your life. You feel like a victim in your life and you want everybody else to be a victim. That's on you, my guy. That's ridiculous. Somebody said free will would mean no consequences. We have choices. Yeah, the choice to choose your consequence is how free will works. Free will has to mean consequences because what else are you choosing, family? You're choosing consequences, guy. Somebody said, I don't feel like a victim. You don't feel like you're in control because you don't have free will. You got to feel like a victim if you don't have free will control of your life. Who has free will control of your life? And I said, okay, I'll explain why free will can't exist under your own God. Family, you're using free will under God right now to try to explain how free will doesn't work under God. You're a stupid person. We don't respect you. We're not even interested in your perspective, family. You out of there. Nobody even in the comment section, and trolls love to come get in the comment section and they still ain't on your side, bro. Your logic it don't play out. Somebody say, but God is not omniscient if he gave us free will. God is omniscient through free will. I don't understand how y'all confusing yourself. It ain't even complicated for real. That's amazing. Y'all confusing yourself when it's simple. Family, God is always everywhere. God is everywhere, even in you. God is experiencing life through you. Your free will is a product of God's omniscience, fam. That's amazing. Somebody say, how do we not have free will? I don't understand how they arguing against free will. Fam, they just want to be dumb. They want to be victims. It's like they want to be out of control in their own life. It's crazy. They don't want to be king. Somebody says, you are not giving me an opportunity to explain how free will is. Family, you got to take your opportunity. You got to use your free will and take your opportunity. See, that's the problem. You don't have free will in your own life. You are waiting for me to give you permission. You waiting on me to use my free will to create an opportunity for you. You can't even create your own opportunities because you're not the king in your life. You don't have free will in your life. So as long as I don't give you the ability, you won't have it. You are my slave. As long as I don't give you provisions, you are not provided for. You are a slave. You can't even provide for yourself. How you going to provide for your wife and kids? How you going to provide for your others when you in here asking me for permission? Man, that's crazy. Yeah, they gotta be simpletons. He can't be a father. He can't be a head of the household waiting on somebody else to lead his household. How he the head of his household, he don't even have free will. Nobody can be up under your provision, sir. You not even under your provision, sir. That's crazy. He says, if you do not do exactly as he knows what you will. Family, what are you talking about? You can only do what you do. Niggas ain't stupid. You think just because we know what you gonna do, that you don't have the ability to do something else? We know what you gonna do because we know you ain't gonna do something else. You just mad because we ain't stupid. We can predict you, family. We looking at you. You think just because God know what your goofy ass about to do that you ain't got free will? No, nigga, we just not dumb. We all knew what you was about to do. We know what you about to say next. We know where you're going. We know what direction you going in, and we know what happens when you go in that direction. That just is common sense. It's prophecy. It's pattern prediction. It's only one thing in that direction. If you go that way, that's where you're going to get. If you go this way, that's where you're going to get. Now, all of a sudden, you think you don't have free will. No, you can choose which way you want to go. We just know what ends up happening when you make that choice. You should, too. If you have faith in God, you would know if you was an intelligent individual, you know the difference between left, right, up, and down. Somebody said foreknowledge of choice means that the choice cannot change. The choice don't need to change. If you want to go to heaven, go to heaven. If you don't want to go to heaven, don't go to heaven. You mad because we know what happens when you choose to go to heaven. And we know what happens when you choose not to go to heaven. The choice doesn't change. The choice is still heaven or hell. The choice is yours. You mad because the choice is identified. Of course, we know what the choice is. It is identified. It is the choice. He says, if you cannot change your choices, that is not free will. The free will is in between the choices. You can choose which choice you want to experience. You can choose to experience hell. That is a choice. It's eternal. You can always choose heaven for all of life. That choice will never change. The choice is yours to make. You mad because nigga can choose to drive the car today. You're like, yeah, but if you only can choose to drive cars and you can't choose to. No, nigga, a car is a car. A car will always be a car, and you will always be able to choose one. And you can choose not to the car. You can get on, you can do there are more choices, guy. All we saying is all of the choices are understood. It's like going to the restaurant and looking at the menu and getting mad saying you don't have free will to choose what's on the menu because it's already on the menu. You're like, yeah, if it's already on the menu, that means you don't have free will because you can't choose something that's not on the menu. Nigga, you chose to come to the restaurant. You chose to come to the restaurant that got this menu. If you don't want what's on this menu and you don't want what's in this restaurant, get your weak, weird ass up and go to another restaurant. But you don't get to say, oh, yeah, well, I don't have free will in that restaurant because that restaurant doesn't have the choices I would like to choose from. What? Family. Well, you can't be that dumb. Get your weak ass up and go where you want to be at. Instead of complaining about where you are when you are the one with the dominion, you can choose. You have the will. Grab the wheel and control the direction. And end up being where you want to be at, my boy. I don't understand what these people mad at. He mad at the menu. He mad because the menu got the options on it. Somebody say, how can you have free will if will never went to jail? Your human body is the jail will went to. You have free will because you express that will that was planted in you. Your human body is the limitation, limiting free will. Prison is a limitation. When God gave you free will, he put it in the prison of your hands so that you can use free will the way you want to express the will. But the will is expressed through you as the prison. You are the one who has to free your will. You're the one who has to free your will from the prison of your mind, from the way you think. Just like this guy, he still thinks that he doesn't have free will, so his free will is not free. In fact, he's arguing against free will. As a victim, he's a slave. God gave you free will, and you could put your free will in prison just like this guy is. What's his name? Zero. Zero has taken the free will dominion God gave him and decided to lock it down and say that it doesn't exist. And because he does not believe that free will exists, he does not allow himself to be one who exercises free will. He nags, he complains, he tries to debate. He only knows how to argue. He doesn't know how to have a healthy conversation. He doesn't know how to have a conversation that builds into a company or a business or the ability to uplift his nation, his others. So he don't have free will, so he can't teach his children to have free will. He doesn't have free will, so he can't teach his others to have free will. He's going to always teach them to be a social security number. They'll never know what an EIN is. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'll always be a social security number and a welfare benefit recipient in his own mind, because it takes real fortitude to become God in your own life. It takes real fortitude to become king, to become Christ in your own life. You have to acknowledge your duty. Your duty is expressed through your will, your free will. This guy is not dutiful. He wants somebody else to do his duty. You know what I'm saying? And wipe his booty. No, your ass lame. You going to a hospice. All right, you're out of there. You're done. If you don't want to take accountability for your free will, you do not belong here. How are you going to become a warrior? How are you going to get stronger? How are you going to become more skillful? How are you going to get more crafty? If you don't use your free will to put yourself at odds and go against the grain, you got to develop yourself. And the only way to develop is through pain. That's why these people are undeveloped. That's why they're not as skillful in the craft. That's why if you get in these gloves with me, I'm going to beat you up. I'm going to beat you down. You're not going to have a chance because you never beat yourself. You never beat yourself up. You never beat yourself down. I beat myself up every day to make sure that you can't. None of y'all will be able to beat me more than I beat myself because I am him. When it comes to development, when it comes to going through the fire, you run from the fire. Somebody said, I beat off. That's the decisions you make, and that's the results you get in your life. And if you are okay with the results that you get in your life, then be a happy individual expression of yourself. But if you want to go up higher, then you're going to have to push yourself up higher. You're going to have to raise yourself. You're going to have to raise the Christ in your life. If you don't raise Christ in your life, then Christ won't be risen. You'll still be looking for Christ because you don't know where it's at. You don't know where the power is, but the power is in you, right where God put it. God put his treasure in your chest. You are God's treasure chest. God's treasure is the Holy Spirit, is the breath. As long as you are breathing, you are experiencing life. As long as you are breathing, you are experiencing consciousness, right? As long as you are breathing, you have the ability to express yourself. If you lose your breath, you lose your consciousness, you lose your life. Life is in the air. Life is in the sky. Life is in the breath. Somebody said, define will. Will is the ability to express yourself. That's all will is. Self-expression. And we use creativity for that. We're creative as children of the Creator. Man, y'all put some love on the live. Y'all subscribe. Facts, man. Awaken the God within. God is within you. And most of y'all sleep on that. All right? Awaken the God within. Most of y'all sleep on the fact that God is within you. Book link is in the description of this live video. The book is available on Amazon, and God is available within you. Christ is available within you. Free will is available within you. The kingdom of God is available within you. Luke 17:21. Y'all got it. Somebody say, who winning? You or AB right now. I'm winning regardless. That's over with. There's nothing y'all can do about that. Give it your best shot. Fire away. You feel me? Appreciate that love, Samuel. Some have ears that can hear, some don't. You know what I'm saying? Somebody says, your argument against my point is, no, we don't have an argument. We're not arguing. That's why nobody's talking to you, family. You're trying to argue. You have an argument because you are a troll. You're toxic. You don't have high enough skill level when it comes to communication. Communication skill this high does not engage in debates. You can't debate the truth. The truth is true before your debate, and the same truth is true after your debate. You're debating for no reason at all. All right? That's some ego shit. So I'm not arguing with you. I don't have an argument against your argument because you're stupid, and arguing with stupid people is a waste of intelligent time. That's facts. I got the motherfucking free will that allows me to build the kingdom. That's over with. Facts, the truth don't change. He mad because the truth don't change. That's cool. Be mad in your own little world. You mad in your own little energy. They can invite you into their world because we travel worlds. We astro travelers. But I refuse to travel into a world created by a stupid person. He said, I'm not even talking to you. I'm talking to a commenter. You're still talking to me. I am the commenters. God is everyone. God is within all. Every time you think you're talking to somebody, you ain't talking to nobody but God, family. There's nobody in these bodies but God. Every body you see is an empty body full of the spirit of God, family. Without God's spirit in that body is a dead thing. It's a corpse. Everybody is empty, just like your body is empty, nigga. Everybody is an empty body, an empty vessel, and you think you talking to bodies. That's not even possible, family. Ain't nobody in that body except God. Glory be to God, man. Y'all got to talk to self. Self-talk is the talk that allows you to become king in your reality as the lone star. A lone star. Alone. Okay? A lone star, family. Ain't nobody else for you to talk to at all. Ain't nobody else to get permission from. Ain't nobody to validate you. Ain't all you got to do is get out there and live the Lone Star life, family. King Solo Dolo, King Solomon. King Solomon. Y'all want to be in groups so bad that you are afraid to be alone and rule life independently. You're supposed to be the ruler of your life. No one can rule your life with you. That's a lonely thing to do. To be king in your life is a lonely thing to do. To be in control of your life is a lonely thing to do. And a lot of y'all have a problem with being alone. Y'all not okay with being by yourself. You're not okay without being in a group of niggas. Because y'all want to be surrounded by niggas and groups, and you want to be a Christian, and you want to be black, and you want to be the white man, you want to be the Masons, and you want to be black Hebrew Israelites, and you want to, man, hey, ain't no groups, it's only individuals. You individually got to live your life. You can't live your life as a group. When you go before the judge, you get mad because ain't no loyalty. Now you like, man, y'all said y'all was gonna stick to the code. Nah, kill that. Ain't no y'all. You find out it ain't no y'all when it's time for you to deal with your consequences. Now all of a sudden it's just you. Now it's just Lone Star. So be a Lone Star from the beginning so that you can walk with the other Lone Stars. We all walk one deep together. We all walk as kings together. We all walk as Christ together. So be Christ in your own life. No matter what anybody else talking about, because ain't nobody else to do no talking. Just ignore everybody. You feel me? It's love. Yeah, awaken the God within. Awaken the free will within. Awaken the king within. Awaken the Christ within. Awaken the EIN within. That's what y'all need to do. Book link in the description. The book is available on Amazon. Click the link and get you one. Facts, man. Somebody says, I'm disrespectful because I don't think his viewpoint deserves respect. That's disrespect, yeah. And if you don't respect my viewpoint, then leave my presence, because that's the only thing that's intelligent. Other than that, you're trying to change my perspective, which means you're trying to force your view on me. And that's weird, because you don't need to force your view on me. Just go live in your view. You can't force your view on me. That's how you die. You'll die trying to force me, all right? And I'll die with you. God will just have to give us both a reincarnated vessel, which is fine with me. I ain't doing no tripping, because I'll die before I let one of y'all niggas rape on me. That's over with. Much rather be a dead thing than to have some other nigga say he don't like my point of view and then change it. But you're not finna change my point of view, nigga. Fuck as you think you is. Nigga, how you don't even got free will? How you gonna change my point of view? Yeah, shut up. That's facts. If you don't want to be in my life, get out. Goofy ass nigga. That's why don't nobody respect you. You don't even respect yourself enough to put yourself where you deserve to be. Bro, you deserve to be happy somewhere, bro. Go put yourself somewhere you can be happy, bro. He said, I was staying here to talk to someone else. Family, you not about to stay in here and do nothing. I'm going to kick you out of here just to remind you that you don't have no power in here. Like that, like you said, you don't have free will. I'm going to show you why you don't have free will. Because I do. That's facts. Fuck out of here. That boy out of here. He says, if you're working for God, stop calling people stupid and cursing. Hell no. God sent me here to call people stupid and curse. Nigga, God saying curses. If you don't respect God, God curses you. You got to be understanding of how free will and consequences work. All right? You put your hand in the fire, you get burnt. Stop putting your stupid ass hand in the fire. Then you won't have to worry about the fire cursing you out. But the fire going to burn you to teach you, to raise you. I'm cursing you for your benefit. I'm calling you stupid for your benefit so that you can know how stupid you are and stop being stupid. You can then look, it's like, am I being stupid? And then you can work on your intelligence. So let me be honest. Let me tell the truth. Let me keep it real and tell you, shut your stupid ass up. Nigga, you dumb. You need to get right. Somebody need to come and tell you the truth in your life. I'm not your mama. So your mama might want to hide these particular style truths from you, which is why you need your father. All these fatherless children are retarded. Because y'all don't have nobody to tell you, stop being retarded. That's why God sent me to be the Father, right? God sent me on behalf of the Father. The Son and the Father are one. I am one with the Father. I came to be the Father in your life, and I'm going to beat your ass. That's what fathers do. They whoop ass. You're going to get your ass whooped so that you can get right. You need that correction, that KO-rection. So God sent KO so you can get some KO-rection and some KO-munication, because apparently you don't know how to communicate either. So since God needs you to learn how to develop your KO immunity, your KO communication skills, he sent me as the living word of God, the Logos, to help you understand how to use your words in a poetic fashion. Some of y'all too literal. Y'all trap your words in being literal when being literal is in the illusion. You need to be poetic to get out of the illusion. A lot of y'all are scared of poetry. You want to be scientific, but that is from the 3D, the third dimension, the third person point of view. No. You need to be first person. You need to go back in the first person point of view and say, I am. That's first person. When you say he is, that's third person. And all y'all culture, vulture, colonizer, all y'all outsiders know is he is. He is. You always want to talk from third person 3D. Y'all stuck in the 3D. We have ascended the human limitation. We have ascended the 3D. We have ascended the outsider science. Science is the observation of an outsider. You got to cut that out. Somebody says, you're coming from a place of judgment and not love. Family, if you don't know that judgment comes from love, you don't know God. You're still afraid of judgment when judgment is what allows correction, and correction is a derivative of love. Family, judgment is for correction, and correction is what love does. So you confused, family. You living in confusion. You're going to think that everyone that is giving you feedback is against you. You're living like a victim in your life, family. Stop being afraid of the judge. The judge is judging for your benefit. Somebody said, judge me. You have already been judged. It's not something you have to beg for. You don't have to beg for another nigga diction. You have your own diction. It comes from God's diction. It's jurisdiction. All you got to do is develop your dictionary or your vocabulary, your vernacular. That way you can put your thoughts into proper order with words. Use words to order your thoughts. Words are technology used to put your thoughts into motion. All right, so learn how to communicate. It'll save the nation, your nation, from naysayers that's going to test your mint to figure out if you can put your thoughts into God's words. Glory be to God. Use the word of God. The gospel is God's good news. All right, God is good. God's spells are good spells. If you're not using God's spells, then you're using bad spells. That's facts. Somebody says, maybe you are the Antichrist. Don't know, maybe. You're saying maybe because you're the Antichrist. Because you're saying maybe, that means doubt. We don't walk by doubt. We walk by faith. The opposite of faith is doubt. The opposite of faith is maybe. You're saying maybe because you lack faith in God. You are the Antichrist through your own lack of faith. Because why do you lack faith in God? Why do you lack faith enough to say maybe? You shouldn't even have a maybe. You should know. You should be faithful enough to know God. But you stuck on maybe. You are faithless. Somebody said, there is no God, you child. I'm only a child because God is the Father. So if I'm a child, there is a God. There is a Father. There is a Creator. Calling me a child is calling me a creation. In order for me to be a creation, there has to be a Creator. It's like y'all upset at the truth. Somebody says, there is no God, you're a child. A child has a parent. In order to be a child, there must be a parent, guy. Glory be to God. This is just simple. This is easy. I can't believe y'all are really this confused in y'all personal life. That's why we have to practice psychic sparring. Sparring is therapy, and we spar psychically. Facts, man. Y'all put some love on the live. Subscribe. Somebody said he swears he's cooking something up. No, I don't swear that. God is the only cook. The fire is God's fire. And you in my chat. I'm not in yours. I mean, you're here. Why are you? My man, you don't need a psychic. Family, I said psychic sparring. We are sparring psychically. See, you don't even understand any of the words. You don't understand what's being said here, family. This is a fight. This is a spiritual war ground. You are now in a spiritual arena. This is Ragnarok. You're on the top of Mount Olympus sparring with God. This is like Jacob, when Jacob went to spar with God and became Israel. Family, this is psychic sparring. Sparring is therapy, family. Somebody said, go train, bro. This is training. This is psychological training. This is the most important training that you would ever do in your life. You see this sparring is therapy? Sparring is therapy, family. And this is psychic sparring. This is psychological sparring. This is the type of sparring that helps you sharpen the iron in your mind. This is the type of sparring that allows you to sharpen your ability to think for yourself. It's called critical thinking, crucial thinking, the crucial fixing, the crucial fixing of your mind. You have to fix your mind in a crucial way. That's the crucifixion. Facts. Facts. You have to psychic. You have to psychic because psychic is your ability to think. Get the etymology of the word psychology, right? Get the etymology. Anybody know what the word etymology mean? It don't matter. Go Google some shit. Google Gemini some shit. Y'all live in the age of information. Y'all got a billionaire's assistant right on your phone for free on the internet. Go get into your research. Get the etymology of the word psychology and understand that psychic powers are the powers of your mind, which are your thoughts. Your thoughts become the reality you live when you express them. So you definitely got to learn to control your psychic powers. And that's why we spar psychically, or we spar with the ideas in our mind to see which ideas are worth keeping and which ideas should be disregarded, right? So we come on here. This is the GhODCast. This is GhODTherapy. And we spar with thoughts and ideas. People throw their stones at me and I purify their stones, right? And if they stones are solid, then we give them back. And you build your mental empire. You build your psychic kingdom, right? With philosopher stones. Stones that have been vetted psychologically. Thoughts that have been vetted. So definitely not just running around with anybody's opinions just because people have opinions, because those opinions are thoughts and thought patterns. And people have a lot of self-limiting thought patterns. People have a lot of self-limiting belief systems. And we don't want to get caught up in those old generational curses or in those dogmas or traditions of limiting your soul's expression. If you get the etymology of the word psychology, you will see that psychology is the study of the soul. And your soul has to grow in its self-expression as the light shining bright. So you definitely need to allow your soul to grow in its illumination by feeding the fuel to the fire. There's a fire within you, and that fire burns impure thoughts, or thoughts that don't play out into the eternity of heaven, right? You have temporary thoughts, which is temptation, lead us not to temptation or temporality. And then you have thoughts that are in divine alignment with eternity. And you can be in alignment with eternal thoughts, thoughts that create the type of future you appreciate. These people are so stuck in instant gratification and this bill cycle thought pattern. They only can think from one paycheck to the next paycheck. They don't have this long-term thinking. They don't have this immortal perspective of how time works in a circular fashion. It's like time doesn't go on into the future forever. Time goes in circles. So if you plant a seed, you know that the circle gonna bring you back the development of the seed, right? They think it's gonna carry the seed on off into the unforeseeable future. Time doesn't go into a straight line forever. Time goes round and round. And that's why you always get a new harvest. That's why you can always prepare yourself for your new harvest. Out with the old, in with the new. Get rid of your old thinking patterns and allow yourself to think updated. Allow yourself to think evolved through your own empirical evidence or the experience points you collected in the virtual reality game of life. You're playing a holographic simulation of God's story. And you are a unique expression of God's story in the matrix, because your free will allows you to have that unique experience of God's story, but it's still God's story and it's still circular. So you learn how to use the power of the circle instead of being a victim to the circle. Feel me? Glory be to God, man. If y'all can keep up, man, y'all put some love on the live. Y'all subscribe. Somebody say, read the chat, broski. What about the chat you want me to read? Somebody said, it's just that a lot of men's intellectual mindsets are messed up. Everybody's mindset is going to be messed up without God or without Christ. You got to get Christ. That's the only reason. That's the only way to be right. You feel me? So you got to get the Christ mind. The Christ mind is the only right mind, because the right mind is what Christ's mind is. There's only one right. There's only one wrong. Once you right, you right. As long as you wrong, you wrong. If you want to get right, it's only one right, and that's Christ. Fact, my boy said, throw the stone and that shit get curated and adjudicated. Facts, iron sharpen iron. That's just how that go. Somebody says, thank you for the information. I downloaded all of that. Man, I appreciate you for being one of those ones that can see, one of the ones that can hear. Man, y'all subscribe, put some love on the live. There's definitely a lot of trolls, definitely a lot of naysayers, definitely a lot of cowards afraid to be king. A lot of cowards afraid to be the living son of God. There's a lot of cowards afraid to be Christ. A lot of cowards afraid to be the light. These people have learned to live in the dark. They used to living in the dark, and they don't want nobody to turn a light on, because that means now you're going to be able to see them. I appreciate that love, Dizzy Mo. Facts. If you don't believe that you are God in your own life, you don't believe that you have control in your life. You don't believe that you have dominion in your life. If you don't believe that you are God in your life, you don't believe in God in your life. You don't believe in yourself. Like, you got to believe in you. You got to have faith in you. You gotta really be in tune with yourself and your star player, like Cat Williams said, bro. Like, God is the star within you. You need to be in tune with the star in you. God is the light within you. You need to be one with the light. Christ is the light. You need to be one with Christ. To be one with Christ is to marry Christ. To marry Christ is to have a Merry Christmas. Marry Christ for the rest of your life. Feel me? Marry Christ. Marry Chris for the rest of your life. That's Merry Christmas. That's love, Gabriel. I appreciate that love. Somebody says, one thing you can't do is think you know more than God. God know more than yourself. No, God don't know more than you. Everything that is known is already known for eternity. It's eternal. What is known does not change. God does not know more than you. You have the same access. You have access to the same knowledge that God has. Somebody said, that's the wrong Mary. There is no wrong Mary. As long as you give Mary to God. Facts, collective consciousness, the masses. The masses need to marry Christ. It need to be a marry Christ mass. Facts. Masses need to marry Christ for the rest of their life. And then they'll be right. Facts. My boy said, find God within yourself and surrender the flesh to the will of God within you. Facts. God is within you. Give God your life. God gave you his life. It's only right. God gave you his life. You give God your life, and y'all married. Y'all can live life together. God gave you his life. You give God your life. Y'all can live life together as one. That's how I got here. I gave God my life. Facts. Told God I ain't want it. Don't want this life. I'm tired of this life. You can have it. And so we ended up living it together. I let God live through me. Galatians chapter 2, verse 20. Me, tired of living human life. So I gave my human life to God and became Christ. Somebody says all cults. Cults just mean culture. And you can create your own culture. You can create your own cult. Live in your own world. Live in your own free will. Live in your own kingdom. Live your own life. Well, so I feel you, G. That's why they stopped teaching etymology. To keep these slow ones mad and dumb. But they have the choice. We gave them the key. They can be mad and dumb. But they can't act like they ain't hear from me. I told them. Now they know they disciples. Now they know they witnesses. Now if they chose willingly. Somebody says, what we call God just nature, which that's like saying what we call nature just God. It's just how you tone your sentence. You got to be careful with your tone. Communication includes tone. Saying the word just sounds like, but yeah, God is everything. Nature is everything. God is the universe. God is you. God is the breath. God is the atmosphere. God is the animals. God is everything that is nature. That's correct. They say you find God at your lowest moment. That's facts. You find the light when it gets the darkest. You know what I'm saying? You find the light when it gets the darkest. The darkest time in your life is when you find Christ. You got to go through it. They ain't never been through nothing. That's why they can't speak from this level of confidence. They can't speak from this level of self-development because nobody developed me. I had to get it out the darkness. I had to get it out the mud. I had to get it out the dirt, amnesia, ignorance, solitude. I had to get it from neglect, from rejection, from abuse, from being exiled and excommunicated, for being forced into the realization of Lone Star mentality. I'm in Texas, the Lone Star State. God put me in Texas, the Lone Star State, the Lone Star state of mind. Because you realize you can't put nobody before God. Not your mother, not your father, not your wife, your husband, not your children, not your partners, not your sisters or your brothers. You are alone. It's solo dolo, King Solomon. And God gonna help you remember that you are all alone until you embrace solitude and become the king for you. Until you embrace solitude and do what you need to do for you. Glory be to God. Big Texas, Houston, Texas, because I'm the Houston. I'm the stone that allows God's light to shine through. That's the crystal. That's a diamond. You feel me? The diamond is the stone. The diamond is the stone that allows God's light to shine bright. I am the Houston in the Lone Star State. That's facts. Houston Rocket, because I am the rock that Christ is the Christos. The Christos is the crystal. The crystal rock allows God's light to shine through. That's why you got to be the Christ, the crystal that allows God's light to shine, but you still got to be solid. See what I'm saying? Somebody said, stop smoking stones. You don't stop smoking stones. You only smoke the Christ stones. You definitely got to smoke it because it's in the air. It's in the cloud. It's the iCloud for the iPhone. It's the Christ stone because you got to crack the human head. You got to be a crackhead to get to the Christ stone. If you don't crack the human head, you will never let your spirit flow beyond the human limitations, the five physical sense limited version of reality. You got to crack the head, release the kraken, and access the Christ rock, the Christ stone. Facts. Somebody said, my mom loves crystal rocks. She's dead now. She was dead when she got here. You died to come into this reality. Now you're the living dead until you give your life to God and live the life of God. You died to get here. That's facts. Somebody says, bruh, give me a list of what kind of psychedelics you have used in your life. God, pain, human relationships, trials, tribulations, trial and error, just being alive. Those are the only psychedelics that you need. Personal experience. It's called empirical evidence. Get the etymology of the word psyche, and the psychedelics is everything you go through mentally. Psychedelics are just the experiences you experience as a human. Everything you experience it mentally. That's fact, Samuel. You know what it is. It's easy work. God is real. Psychedelics, that's just your mind. And everything you experience mentally, it's an experiment. It's a mental experience. It's an experiment. Somebody says, okay, you the one. Glory be to God. I am that I am. Exodus 3:14. That I am. That is correct. I am who I am, and I could never be who I am not. Exodus 3:14. Facts. Glory be to God, man. Y'all know what it is. Put some love on the live. Y'all subscribe. If y'all feel the spirit, man, y'all know what it is, man. It's worth respect. If y'all respect it, put some respect on the live. If y'all respect it, man, subscribe. This is how we rocking. Psychic sparring, physical sparring, emotional sparring. Family, we sharpening up in all respects, in every dimension. We're going to sharpen up psychically. We're going to sharpen up emotionally. We're going to sharpen up physically. We finna run the gambit. Yeah, ain't no lacking. Ain't no slacking. We tapping in like Deen and AB. We tapping in. Facts. That's love. My boy say, I'm not even being sarcastic, bro. I see that you are one of them chosen ones. Tapped in with God. Tapped them in with God. I respect it. That's love. I'm from D.C. I used to live in the Leaf, though. Shout out to Houston. Shout out to Washington. Shout out to D.C. Shout out to Texas. Y'all know what it is. It's love. Everywhere is God's land. All right? I live in God's hands. I live in God's plans. This God's earth. So I don't bar no territories. I don't bar no invisible boundary, no invisible lines. Nigga, everywhere is God's earth. And everywhere is my turf. So it's good. I go where God need me to be. Somebody said, AB say he need that with Madonna. Shit. Set it up. Set me up with McDonald too. Hey, B, I got you. You feel me? Wherever the punching needs to take place, you can send KO. Facts. What up, though, Tyrone? It's love. Facts. I get in the gloves with AB, get in the gloves with McDonald. Deen already know about me, but hey, we locked in now, so that's over with. Yeah, we locked in like Deen and AB. Facts. Somebody say McDonald is a savage. Facts. Glory be to God. No disrespect. I surround myself with savages. Somebody said, dude says, we know all that God does. Facts. The difference between right and wrong. That's all you need to know. All God knows is right go this way, wrong go that way. We all know that. But I guess you're going to have to remind yourself through trial and error. You'll be all right. Somebody say, let's throw hands, bro. DM me on Instagram if you want to link up with me. I'm on Cullen and Brinkley Street, 77033 in Houston, Texas. I'm outside on live right now. You can pull up right now. Anybody that want to throw hands with me, you can pull up on me right now while I'm on live, as you can see. Or you can DM me on Instagram, IAMKOGHOD, if you want to throw hands with me. Facts. Pop out. Big bet, big bet. Run it up. Y'all put some love on the live. We almost up to 100 likes on the live. I appreciate that love and support, man. I appreciate that. Gotta appreciate the love. Facts. God is love. Gotta appreciate God. I say he 100% serious too. Of course I'm 100% serious. Somebody said just playing, bro. I'm never playing. I'm always serious. Y'all play. I'm trying to see what's up. Y'all play. I'm trying to see what's up. Well, I don't know what frame y'all on. Back to ignoring niggas. Up. Y'all put some love on the live. Subscribe. What up, though, Frost? Man, teamwork make the dream work, man. Let's get up to 100. Let's get up to 100 likes, man. Y'all double tap that screen one time, man. That's love. Appreciate that love. Appreciate that teamwork. What up, though, Zyro? Facts. Putting that work in. Every day in a row. Every day in a row. Row, row, row. Your boat gently. You feel me? Somebody says, does punching like that build muscle? Everything you do with your muscles build muscles in one direction or another. It's all bodybuilding. You're building your body the way you're using it. The muscles that you use are the muscles that you feed, or the muscles that grow so that they can handle the workload. So yeah, you build your own body. Definitely cardiovascular, which is number one. Your ability to circulate the spirit of God, the breath of God, the ruach, the rock. You definitely got to be able to circulate the Holy Ghost. You got to be able to breathe. Facts. Yeah. But what you're counting on is muscle memory, right? Muscle memory becomes muscle intelligence so that you can be intelligent with your intuition and your instinct so that you can tap into that ultra instinct. You know what I'm saying? Muscle memory becomes muscle intelligence because memory is data. Data is intel. Intel is intelligence. Facts. Somebody said AB would tell you to stop. That's all right. God would tell me to go. So I listen to God. Faith in no man. God is a respecter of no man, and neither am I. Facts. Glory be to God. All glory be to God. Facts. Somebody said AB would cry while watching this. That's what happens when you joyful. You feel me? When you see something that's overwhelmingly joyful, it just brings tears to your eyes. Big God. Facts. That's facts, Cynthia. You already know that, though. Somebody say footwork is terrible, cuz. Nobody cares what terrible is. You got your focus on the devil. You need to focus on God. God is progress. Practice makes progress, my boy. You focusing on the devil makes you antichrist. You a hoe ass nigga for real in real life. Always trying to point somebody else's attention to the negative. Point to the positive. Point to the future, nigga. You talking about footwork is terrible. That means your mind's stuck in the past. We ain't worried about where we came from. We worried about where we going. We gonna get there regardless. Keep pushing. Keep mashing. Y'all niggas is focused backwards. Little lame ass niggas must have been raised by your mama without your father. Your father was a bitch ass nigga too. Fuck type of nigga try to come into the room and focus on the negative. Nigga, you lame for real in real life. Nigga, when you go to the store and you buy the pictures that you took, you don't go buy the negatives, nigga. You go buy the positives, because that's the part of the picture you want to look at. Y'all niggas looking at the picture don't nobody want to see. Shut your hoe ass up when you talking to me before I beat your ass up. Weird ass nigga. Your parents should have taught you to be safe. Never come into the lion's den with stake around your neck. That's how you die. It's goofy. Somebody said, dang, isn't that negative as well? Yeah, that's what you get. Negative for negative, stupid ass bitch. That's what we trying to tell you. If you don't want the negative, then stay in the positive. Because if you get negative, we gonna die. If you go positive, we gonna live. The choice is yours. You wanna die, you wanna live. Deuteronomy 30:19, free will means consequences. Boy, you better choose the right thing. It just is what it is. That's the way it's gonna be. That's the way it always has been. It don't change, man. Get right with God. If it ain't God, then it's fraud. Get right with God. If it ain't God, then it's fraud. What else are we talking about? What else are we speaking on? Somebody says, where yet? I'll put the gloves on with you. On the real God in heaven. Family, we in heaven right now. I'm the real God in heaven. That's where we at. Luke 17:21. I'm on Cullen and Brinkley Street. Let me say that one more time. Cullen and Brinkley Street in Houston, Texas. Zip code 77033. Pull up and put on the gloves with me. G-love is God's love. Gloves up, guns down. Let's punch. And I'll show you the crown. Let's over it. I said, bro, might be speaking big facts. Ain't no might. Might mean doubt. We walk by faith, not by doubt. It just is what it is. Somebody said, I just seen something crawling in his hair. Yeah, it's God, the Spirit of God, that wisdom that's coming off the dome. Freestyle. Facts. This that God flow. Me, you, and God know. Facts. One love is God's love. God is the one. The one love is the God love. G love is God's love. GLOVE. Come punch with me. KOG. Knockouts guaranteed in the spirit and in the streets. KOG. Knockout God. Knockouts guaranteed in the spirit and in the streets. That's what somebody say. He imagining the chat's faces on the bag. If only the chat had a face. That's the only thing about these floating souls. These lost souls, these lost children of Israel. They faceless. They don't have no face. All I see is God. God's image. Everybody in the comment section, faceless. The only face they see is me. Is that with all due respect, everybody can't do that, brother. Everybody can't do what that brother just did. Glory be to God, that's facts. And that's why we live in gratitude. I'm grateful to even be grateful to be able to punch on so many levels for so many reasons. Somebody said, can you repeat that verse for me one time, OG? Which verse? Luke 17:21. Heaven is within you. Heaven is in your hands. Heaven is in your free will. You are already in heaven. That's Luke 17:21 in the scripture. Go get that. Come back with that. And what I said, with all due respect, everybody cannot do what this brother just did. That's why it's important to live in gratitude. I'm grateful to be able to throw hands, grateful to be able to punch, grateful to be able. So I do. That's gratitude. Everybody want to try to talk down and be negative and be naysayers, trying to be haters, trying to be trolls. But at the end of the day, we are grateful that we are even able, that I have a punch. I'm grateful to have a bag to be able to punch on. Grateful to have a place to be able to put a bag to punch on. Feel me? Grateful to be able to have hands and fingers and arms. Grateful to be able. Some people don't have 2 arms, 2 hands, 2 legs. Some people not able. And one day, I might be those people who are not able. I might not have an arm all the rest of my human experience. I might lose something. So while I'm able, I'm grateful. And while I'm able, I do. And I just appreciate being able to, because everybody ain't able. Gratitude, glory be to God, is love. I gotta appreciate that, because I wasn't always able either. I wasn't always able to punch. I wasn't always able to have my own space and be on my own time and control the flow of my day. I wasn't always able to own property, to own anything in my understanding of free will, self-expression. So glory be to God for the fact that I'm able to be on live with y'all. Everybody not even able to be on the internet. I got to thank God that I'm able to even connect to the internet, to even have the ability to connect with my others, to be able to connect with y'all, ones that can realize, you know what I'm saying, the appreciation of the therapy, the appreciation of being able to gather with like minds and to really just go down through these levels of thought. Allowed to think how we think in here. People not allowed to talk how we talk in here. People not allowed to free themselves mentally and emotionally the way we free ourselves in this space that we co-create as co-creators, the KO community, the KO creators family. Like, it's love. And I gotta be grateful. I gotta be appreciative. Everybody ain't able. Somebody say, you on some gang type shit. Yeah, God's gang. A group of gods, yeah, one family under God, God's family, God's gang, for sure. Nothing to be afraid of if you walk by faith and not by fear, because ain't no cowards over here. We'll never try to point out something to be the reason we have fear. We don't hold no fear in our vessels at all. We not afraid of gangs. We not afraid of governments. We not afraid of white people, black people. We not afraid, period. We just live in God's glory, in God's hands. Everything going according to God's plans. And what was meant for me is mine. And I need that. Even when it's my time, I need that too. Facts. It gotta be. We just living in gratitude, grateful to be in the presence of God. God's presence. Facts. When I said the creators gang, facts, a gang of co-creators. Feel me? Co-creating heaven on earth. That's what this gang do. We use the power of our co-creation to co-create heaven on earth, as creators should do in the first place. Teamwork make the dream work. God's dream is heaven on earth for all his children. We are the children of God. We are in heaven. Teamwork make the dream work. Let's co-create. Co-create heaven on earth. For all the naysayers and all the trolls trying to co-create hell, they definitely will try to convince you that this is hell, but they never try to convince you that this is heaven. They try to convince you to be the devil's advocate. They'll let you be on demon time, but they'll never support you on God time. They support that demon time all day and tomorrow. Let you try to come in the name of God, they gonna kick you out. But if you come in the name of the devil, oh yeah, they relate to that. Oh, they relate to the devil. Oh, they don't have no relation to God, but that's over with. Look, somebody said Matthew 7:15 says, beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are ravenous wolves. Facts. Beware of false prophets. We don't have to beware of nothing because we be wearing God. This is the spirit of God. We got the full armor of God on. That's what we wear, the armor of God. We can see through the dark because we the light. So we ain't got to worry about what's in the dark. We just shine our light bright. But I understand you said beware of false prophets who come in sheep's clothing. Yeah. Beware of false prophets that come in sheep's clothing. I'm a monster. I ain't never pulled up on you as a sheep. Pulled up on you as a complete monster. So you ain't got to worry about me being a false prophet in sheep's clothing, because I ain't put the sheep clothes on. I let you know I'm a ravenous wolf off the ripper. Family, I come to bring death, the grim reaper. Folks, you talking about I reap what I sow every day in a row. The grim reaper, reaping what I sow. That boy said, beware of false prophets that try to trick you. I ain't trying to trick none of you weak, worthless ass niggas. Ain't got shit for me to trick you up out of. Nigga, you trash for real. Fuck you talking about. You ain't got to worry about nobody trying to trick you, lame ass boy. You ain't got nothing to get tricked up out of except some more goddamn responsibilities. Ain't nobody trying to feed you and take care of you and house you and make sure you got a bathroom. Nah, nigga, it costs. These niggas think human trafficking is free. Nah, you gotta feed these niggas and keep these niggas healthy. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I don't got time for the micromanaging. We gonna let God handle that. Me, I gotta live my own life. I'm one deep, solo dolo. I ain't trying to supervise none of y'all weak, weird ass, incapable. You a dependent. If I come and traffic your ass, you become a dependent. I don't got time for you to depend on me. You need to depend on GhOD. Facts. Depend on God, nigga. If it ain't God, it's fraud. I ain't got time. God know I ain't come down here to be no manager. I need a manager. Yeah, God got to manage me. Fuck, I look like trying to manage you. If I was your manager, you just die. Like, yeah, get your dead ass on up out of here. I ain't got time for that. I'll do it. I'll do it myself, nigga. Fuck you talking about real GhOD shit, nigga. I'll get that shit done. That's love. Enjoying your dreams, facts. Big love. I see you, Cynthia. That's love. What up, though, Frost? Big GhOD. All glory be to God. That's how that go. Daniel, you already know that, man. Gotta let that breath out on that goofy ass. Gotta breathe on that air. Gotta laugh. You know, laughing is one of the most powerful ways to breathe. You gotta breathe. That's why all the trolls think they comedians. All the trolls come in thinking they got jokes. Little elementary level jokes get stepped on up in this motherfucker, boy. Welcome to the real KO Media Comedy. KO Media Academy. This is the Comedian Academy. You gotta be a real KO median. You can't be one of them weak, weird elementary comedians trying to use carnal jokes, trying to use the five physical sense limited perspective of a joke. Niggas trying to use that low level sense of humor. You all in your root chakra with the humor. Nigga, at least get into your blue. At least get into your blue chakra, your throat chakra with the humor. Somebody say the Thunderdome. Facts. As if they say, I needed to laugh. Facts. We all need to breathe. Glory be to God, man. We breathe free. Free will. We all got to breathe freely. Breathe free. That's what free speech means. Speech is breath. Speech is breathing. You cannot activate your speech without your breath. So speech is just another word for breath. Free speech means free breathing. You should be able to breathe freely. That's why you should be able to say anything with your breath that you need to say to get your breath out. Because you got to release that breath. You got to release the ghost. You got to exhale. Just like you inhale, you got to exhale. Facts. Shout out to Eno said God is spirit. Facts. And those who worship him must worship him in spirit and truth. That's facts. Spirit is breath. Breath is breathing. Use your breath to breathe the truth. That's God. Let God breathe for you. Glory be. All glory be to God. That's love. Facts.
Somebody say, you can see the steam coming off those shit locks. That's because I'm Goku, Super Saiyan. Everything I go through gonna show you. You gotta learn how to see through the smoke. See through the smoke and mirrors. Just gotta learn to see through that mental fog. All right. Yes, sir. Somebody say, why wear gloves when punching the bag? It helps you not tear your knuckles, the skin on your knuckles. You know what I'm saying? It helps with keeping your wrist stable, that wrist wrap on the glove. You know what I'm saying? So it's a part of training. Helps train you to keep your wrist stiff, helps train you to keep your wrist straight, right? To be aware of it anyways. And it helps keep the skin on your knuckles, you know what I'm saying, safe from that impact. Facts, shout out to Frost. Facts 18, wow, you already know that. Frost put Isaiah 54:17, no weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue which rises against you in judgment, you shall condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord and their righteousness. You will condemn all trolls. You will condemn everybody that don't know how to control their communication. They don't know how to control their word choice. They don't know how to control their tone, their inflections. Yeah, you going to get condemned. You going to get stepped on. You talking about false prophet, this, and you really secretly, the devil knows the Bible too, ass niggas. Nah, you just mad because you getting condemned, because you getting stepped on by the sons of God. You will be condemned because you wrong, because you off, because you missing the mark, because you need correction. And you going to get this correction. And the ego don't like correction. So it feel like you getting your ass whooped. So you finna feel like you getting your ass whooped, because you going to get your ass whooped. And that's over with. Glory be to God. All glory. Glory be to God. All glory. Somebody say, you train every day? Yeah, I use my life every day. I live my life every day. I said, what age were you when you entered the spirit? No age. I've been the spirit outside of time and space. The spirit don't exist in time. The spirit don't exist in space. The spirit expresses itself through time. The spirit expresses itself through space. I never was an age. I'm ageless. Energy cannot be created, destroyed, or aged, or measured. You can't measure eternity. It's eternal. Appreciate that love, energy, God, inner GhOD. Said, keep spreading the word of God. That's facts. Somebody say, Mr. KO God, do you eat healthy? Thank you. What is your definition of eating healthy? Thank you. Oompa loompa doopity doo. I found God. He's looking at you. Says, hey man, love the hair, but have you thought of dreads? I ain't think of nothing. God think instead. I let God think in my head. Facts. Not to us, Lord, but to your name be the glory. All glory. Somebody say, natural whole foods, no garbage. I mean, I basically do whatever I feel like doing. And I feel like fasting. I feel like rehydrating. And I feel like punching. That's about all. I live a puncher's life. Yeah, I live a puncher's life. Somebody said, hey, a buzz would look so tough on you. Ask the Lord. I don't want to look tough. You saying tough, you mean sexy. You saying sexy, mean you homosexual. Stop trying to get me to look sexy in the name of the Lord. Because no matter how sexy I look, I would never have sex with you, family. You don't even need to concern yourself with my sex. Because you can't have none, regardless. Involuntarily celibate ass nigga, go have sex with somebody else. I appreciate that love. IH Foreman said, I like the lessons you teach here. Keep up the God work and keep spreading the God word. That's love. I appreciate you. Y'all subscribe, put some love on the live. That's how we rocking. Somebody say, every time I scroll on here, I come across you and you always spreading some bullshit. That's because you are attracted to bullshit. Everybody else come across what they appreciate. You the only one that keep coming across things in your own personal life that you are annoyed by. You are annoying yourself. That's how annoying you are. You're so annoying, you annoy yourself. You can't even find things that you appreciate. You nag and you complain. You got that from your mama. Your mama was a passer around in the street. She didn't let you be raised by your father. She tried to replace your father with all her random sex partners, and that's why you keep coming across things you don't like, because you your mama's vagina. She kept coming across things with her vagina she didn't like too. You are one of them. Your mama was not trying to have a child. She was trying to have sex. You popped out and became an annoyance. You annoyed your mama just like you annoying me. Move. Okay, every time you come across my live, skip it. Somebody said, you would know. Motherfucking right, I would know. I'm God. I know everything. Glory be to God. Shit ain't hard to know. Shit is pattern prediction. Facts. Shit just based off pattern. 1 + 1 = 2. We all know. You the only nigga don't know because you slow. You still up under your mama vagina. Get from up under it. You'll realize being a titty baby ain't gonna save you. Everybody know 1 + 1 = 2, my nigga. You'll figure it out. Somebody say, you could beat Deen for sure. Facts. Tell Deen run it back. Let us get more than 60 seconds, too. Let us put on the show for the crowd, for the audience. You feel me? Somebody says, do you know who Noble Drew Ali is? What about Noble Drew Ali? Noble Drew Ali is no longer with us. X-Man said, you going in on Cuz. Shit, Cuz went in on himself. I'm just being a mirror to reflect Cuz back to himself. That's all. I'm letting him see himself. I'm letting him see the way he played. That's the way he chose to play the game. He got free will. Deuteronomy 30:19. You got free will. You got to do the right thing. Like I said, Deuteronomy 30:19. Somebody says, do you fight professionally? I do not have a state-sanctioned license. I'm sovereign. I do what I want to do. Somebody say, every time I watch you, you make me want to get in the gym more often. That's God trying to get you in the gym more often. Let him. Let the Spirit of God move you. Stop fighting the Spirit of God. That's suffocating. When you don't let God's Spirit move through you, you die from heart attack, cardiovascular. You're not breathing well if you stop in the breath. Don't stop the Spirit. The Spirit is the breath. Let the Spirit move you. Let the Spirit breathe through you. Let the breath go. Because if you hold that breath back, you're going to get a heart attack because you didn't work out. You ain't work out enough, my boy. Go get your breath on. You need to breathe. Breathe again. Appreciate that love. Pain Son said, amen. Well said. Appreciate that love. Dusko said, peace, God. Master Blaster said, facts. Euro Cup in here said, keep going, King. Christ is King. Facts. You are Christ. You are King for the rest of your life. Be the light so you can see right. Glory be to God. All glory. Glory be to God. All glory. Glory be to God. All glory. All of it. All of it. Facts. Somebody said, best burger toppings, bro. Do I look fat to you? Do I look inflamed to you? Do I look like I'm trying to develop diabetes and acidosis to you? What are you asking me for? Family, I don't give a fuck about eating. I don't care about your fast food. I don't care about none of what you humans go through. Boy, asking me about eating. Do I look like I'm the one that you should ask about the foods that taste the best, nigga? Do it look like I got all the best tasting foods stacked up in my shit right now, nigga? You asking the wrong nigga about tasty treats, nigga. I don't give a fuck. I don't even eat, nigga. Fast, nigga. That's what you do. Fast. Somebody say, don't say the N-word. You have to go inwards, family. If you don't say the N-word, if you don't go inward, then you're always an outsider. I'm not an outsider, family. I'm not a culture vulture. I'm not a colonizer, family. All right? You with them pilgrims, nigga. I've been here. I'm an insider. That's why I say the N-word. Facts, nigga. N-E-G-U-S. Real niggas know. Nigga mean Christ. Nigga mean king. The N-word means king because that's what a king is, inward, within you. You mad because I can say something you can't say. You mad because I have privileges you don't have. You mad because God gave me anointing. I am ordained. I can say the N-word with immunity. You can't do what I do. You not one of them ones. Family, I'm one of them ones. I can say what you can't say. I can go where you can't go. I can do what you can't do. So you stay in your lane. You say what you can't say. All right? I do as I please. Welcome to free will. My free will is free. Fuck wrong with these niggas. That's over with. Oh, I said deep shit. Let them know, king. Facts. Let all my niggas know. N-E-G-U-S. Niggas. All my niggas know we kings. All my niggas know we Christ. Somebody say, I said it the right way, though. I do, too. I said God. That's the right way to say niggas. God. Peace, God. Where my God's at? That's my God right there. What up, God? Peace, God. I see you, God. Facts. I said it the right way. God, nigga. Christ. What up, Christ? I see you, Christ. What's good, son? That's my son. That's my Christ. That's my God right there. Facts. The son of God. Peace, son. What up, son? Yeah, I know how to say it, too. Christ is king. King in you. Y'all don't know what we been on. We been saying that, boy. We been giving God the glory. That's over with. It is what it is. I rock with God. Big G-O-D. On God. You feel me, Jack? You already know how that go, though. Easy work. Somebody says, when a man know who he is, it looks arrogant to the man who doesn't know who he is. That's facts. Off the rip. Facts. But you got to know who you are for self. It's solo dolo. You got to be King Solomon. Facts. That's love, Chris. Krishan. It'll happen one day. Glory be to God. We gonna punch forever, though. I appreciate that love, Tokyo. Tokyo Low. Appreciate that love. All praise to the Most High for sure, PD Vision. Appreciate that love. Facts, man. Hey, I'm on that. All punching on me. Facts. Trying to punch with Deen and AB. What's up? We on the internet together, man. Let's punch. Punchy, punchy. Yeah. What up, though? G-love is God's love. Gloves up, guns down. I'm trying to punch your whole time. Facts. Let go. Somebody say, I love you. I love you. Glory be to God. Somebody say, where you stay? I want to train. I'm on Cullen and Brinkley Street. I'm in South Park, Sunnyside. Right off 610. Not far from the NRG. Or whatever they call the stadium right now. Somebody say, how long have you been training? For the rest of my life. Facts. Somebody say, you'll get rocked. I am the rock, the Christ. Somebody say, can you train me? As long as you able to help make the time. If we can make the time, we can make the shine for sure. Somebody say, I'm in Ohio, Cincinnati. Shout out to Ohio, shout out to Cincinnati. Somebody says, do you think AB can be champ again? If he put that work in, glory be to God, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. If AB really give up real glory to God and really stand on that, really walk 10 toes, then yeah. If a nigga ain't 10 toes, then he gonna fall. And you gonna see. Peace, love, and respect, Krishan. Appreciate that love. Facts. Somebody say, what city you in? I'm in Houston, Texas. Go find out about me. DM me on Instagram. IAMKOGHOD. I'm on the internet. Find me on some social media website, and we gonna link. Somebody say, I greatly appreciate the scriptures that you give out also. That's love. I appreciate that, man. Go get that John 17:21 so that you can know we all was meant to be one, sent from God. John 17:21. Somebody said, damn, I'm going to start using that the rest of my life. You should use the rest of your life. It's yours. Have at it. Facts. You owe yourself that much. You owe yourself the rest of your life. You feel me? Make it a great life. Nah, do right. And remember, the only right is Christ. Somebody say, all right, bet. Let's link for the fade, no gloves. Family, I don't care about you. I don't like talking. I just want to do. When you pull up, we going to do what get done. I'm not finna do too much talking with you, going back and forth with the words. I want to throw hands. I don't want to throw words. I don't like talking about it. I just like being about it. I want to do it. So just pull up and we going to do what we do. And we not going to do what we not going to do. Glory be to God. Other than that, I ain't got nothing else to say to you. I'll talk to you when you get here. Somebody say, can you train me? I'm in Memphis. Family, I don't even respect that question. Not gonna lie to you. Somebody says it's genuine food for thought when you speak. That's love. That's what we're here for, to help raise each other. We're gonna lift each other up. That's facts. My boy said, I bet, say less. Glory be to God. All glory. Glory be to God. All glory. Glory be to God. All of it. I know. Facts, glory be to God. You feel me, Mr. Shahid? Appreciate that love, Messiah rising. You gotta raise the Messiah inside of you. The Messiah rising within you right now. What up though, Andre? Putting that work in. Somebody said, if I come to Houston, are you going to train me? No, you have annoyed me. You are annoying. I don't know you. I don't trust you. You spamming. You come across as a troll. You asking me stupid questions. I don't want to ever meet you in my life. Leave me alone, please. Thank you. I already told niggas what to do. I already told y'all, if y'all want to punch with me, DM me, link with me. I'm on social media. Find me, have a conversation with me. We can set it up. Trying to annoy me is annoying. I am not interested in being annoyed. I do not want to link up with anybody whose momentum is annoyance. Obviously, nigga. The fuck? People weird. I don't even understand it. That shit dead. I got free will. I'm going to stay in my lane where I'm good at. Facts. I'm going to stay right in my lane. Not finna cross lanes with you niggas. Nah, I appreciate that love, Messiah Rising. Pressure points don't care how many pounds your body weigh. I'll tell you that, Messiah Rising. Pressure points don't care how much your body weigh. There's a reason why pressure points are pressure points. And we'll just leave it at that. Somebody say not wanting to be annoyed is also annoying. But guess what? It doesn't annoy the person that doesn't want to be annoyed. We just stay away from everything that's annoying. I just ignore it. I just ignore you. And if I'm annoying me, I'm going to ignore me too. Easy work. Fact. My Master Blaster said, yeah, them body shots will have somebody on their knees. Body shots will have somebody on their back. The body shots gonna fold the nigga all the way over flat. Facts. Somebody says, yeah, but all your punches are weak like a 6-year-old. Then that just means that a 6-year-old can knock you out. Only take 4 pounds of pressure to the proper spot. Don't matter if it's a 6-year-old or not. I'll still knock you out. Glory be to God. It is what it is. That's facts, Frank. Boy, Frank say, talk your shit, KO. Facts, I got to. Messiah say, this brother is so evolved. All I can wish for him is many more blessings and a beautiful, loyal black wife. I ain't gonna lie. My wife is God. My wife is Christ. My wife not black. My wife definitely is loyal because that's God. God is eternal. Loyalty from God is eternity. You know what I'm saying? But I married Christ. I married God and my wife. Glory be to God. I see God every time I look at my wife. I see Christ every time I look at my wife. I see my life every time I look at my wife. Glory be to God. Save my life every day. Save my life every day and tomorrow. Saved our culture. Saved our community. Saved our algorithm. Saved our timeline. Fuck you talking about, nigga? Hey, my wife changed the world for you niggas. My wife changed the world through me. Now y'all get to see God. Y'all get to see Christ. Y'all get to see the culture evolve under God. Just a few years ago, niggas wouldn't even say God. That was taboo. Just a few years ago, you try to speak on God, niggas will argue with you. Now look, everybody talking about God like they been talking about God. Wasn't talking about God at all. But they talking about God now. Every other cities you hear them, they trying to figure out how to get it right. You hear niggas speaking on Jesus Christ and God now. I know. Glory be to God. We ain't done yet. We ain't done yet either. And we ain't done yet. Don't worry about it. There's some more to come. The best has yet to come. Now that's love. I appreciate you. That's real. Say, that's real. Ain't nobody stand for God like KO stand for God and stand for God still to this day. Facts. So all these people, y'all, they want to get to talking about God and talk about Christ and talk about Jesus and talk about all that. Y'all niggas ain't never seen nobody stand 10 toes for God like me. They still trying to catch up. But that's cool, because that's what you're supposed to do. You supposed to be Christ for you. You supposed to be God for you. And that's the message. That's the point. That's the mirror. That's the mirror. When you look in the mirror and you see yourself, you see the image of God. That's God's image. You see God. A lot of y'all blind. We can see. Don't worry. Dick Gregory got them glasses for you. Hey, tell them, Dick Gregory got them glasses for you. You'll see soon enough. Tell them, you'll see soon enough. Jesus made the blind man see. You feel me? Jesus made the blind man see. You hear me? Goddamn burn. Want to say good 2-minute drill. Swear to God. Trying to put that burn into a specific spot and hold it there. You feel me? I'm trying to put that burn in a specific spot and hold it there. But it burned. I'm trying to prevent it from burning out. You got to manage the burn. It's like welding. I'm trying to weld my body together. You got to manage the heat. Facts. Somebody say, you ready to take on Freezer? I'm definitely ready to take on the cold heart of Jerusalem to give us access to the new Jerusalem on the other side of the Antarctic wall. Definitely going to melt Antarctica. Definitely ready for Freezer. Super Saiyan, flame on, finna heat up, and Freezer gonna melt down. Get that ice wall from where your heart's supposed to be. But say, I got a ice box where my heart used to be. Ooh, looking ass. Yeah, I'm definitely ready for Freezer. The living word of God. Facts. But said Kamehameha, that shit right in the water. I'm talking about steam. I'm talking about the cloud, the iCloud, ET phone home. I'm God's iCloud and God's iPhone. Facts. Finna turn Freezer into the clouds and let them rain down on me. Facts. Finna let God reign supreme. Get that cold heart up out of here. Neighbor. Glory be to God. All the time. I know it. Facts. Let go and let God. If it ain't God, that's how you know it's fraud. Facts. I am that I am. There's nothing else I could be. Facts, big GhOD. Here we go. Super Saiyan Goku shit. Gotta go through shit. Facts. Appreciate that love, Dark Magic, the Dark Magician. Appreciate that love, Mr. Shaheed. Facts, the Dark Magician gotta put that work in. Appreciate that love, Jack Daniels. Hey, y'all, give me 1 second. Let me put this trash man coming. Facts, I gotta prepare myself mentally for the pistol squats. Swear to God. Pistol squats make a nigga wanna cry. We got to do our pistol squats, y'all. How we gonna keep up with Deen and AB 45-day lock-in? But we locked in. We can't let nobody supersede us, man. We Super Saiyans. We not playing. Let's go. 45 days, we locked in. Pistol squats every day for 45 days, we locked in. Ugh. Ha! Sheesh! Stand up on that. Pistol squats tweaking. Pistol squats tweaking. Yeah. Man, for real though. For real, Cynthia, no cap. Hey, for real though. For real though, Cynthia. No cap. I ain't gonna lie, Cynthia. We're gonna have to start doing 3 a days on them pistol squats, 3 a days for 45 days. We're gonna have to get into them 3 a days. We locked in. We locked in. 3 a days. Tell them we locked in. Red blood, blue blood. Cynthia said, I need more practice on that pistol squat. Just keep practicing. Practice make progress. You'll get there as long as you go. Long as you do, the doing gets done. You'll get there. I ain't gonna lie, that did me. My bad, y'all. Hey. Them pistol squats, something serious. Hey, y'all put some love on the live. Subscribe. Man, them pistol squats, something serious. Huh? Yeah. Javion still up? No. He sleep? All right, that's good. I know he needed something. You okay? Okay, I'm about to dry off and change my clothes. I love you. Hold on, y'all. I gotta do something to drink. What you say, Cynthia? Sean, you still in the chat, Sean? Sean said, you got any advice for what to do after you get a girl's number that you are acquaintances with? How do you center Christ in our decisions too? He said, what I'm talking about is the strategy after you get a number. You basically curate your relationship with her and all your others based off of the purpose you have in common, the gifts and the talents, the things that you are naturally attracted to as far as expressing yourself and your creativity. You want to be in a relationship with somebody who has gifts that complement your gifts. Be in a relationship with somebody who has passion that complements your passion. But when you find somebody to be in a relationship with, somebody that wants to be with you, and you want to be with them, in order for y'all to be together in Christ, you both have to learn to use God's words together, because communication saves nations, and communication is based off of word selection, word choice, tone, inflection, etc. All of these skills that come into the communication building process. So when you get the number of somebody that you're interested in being romantic with, or, you know, live your life's dream out with, you just gotta stay true to your own dream. Cause y'all gonna try to match energy. And if you want that person to match you, you gotta stay consistent. You gotta stay loyal to what it is you're presenting. It's like when you talking to your female, she gonna learn how to use your words. And if you don't like what you say, when you hear somebody else say what you say, you gonna have a problem with your significant other, because they repeat after you. So you need to use God's words, so that when your significant other repeats after the words you choose to use, they sound like God. You can appreciate that. Somebody say, crash out boys. Yeah, I'm the original crash out. They the crash out boys. I'm KO God, crash out God. Feel me? KO, big crash out. You know what I'm saying? They little crash outs. I crash out for real. I crash out for God. I gave my life up. I gave my life to God. You understand me? Real definition of crash out. I crashed my life into God. Facts. But shout out to the crash out boys. Shout out to AB and Deen the Great. That's love. Y'all run it out. Put on. That's why we put the messengers out there. That's why we put the disciples out there. That's why we put the front runners out there. Facts. The infantry. Frontline soldiers. Run it up. Cynthia said, I asked for the count on the 3 times for them pistol dips. Man, no excuses. Do them 3 times a day regardless. You create the times that's convenient for you to make sure you do them. Because me, I'll do my pistol squats at the red light. My car stop in traffic. I'll hop out the car on the side of the car and do my pistol squats. I don't have to wait. I'll be at work and go do my pistol squats in the bathroom. I'll do my pistol squats on the side of the cubicle, wherever you at. You know what I'm saying? KO don't got no excuses. KO gonna do it regardless. I remember that I ain't do my pistol squats and do them boys on the side of the refrigerator, boy. Facts. I don't care what I do the pistol squats at. Pistol squats gonna get done 3 times a day, no excuses. I don't care what you doing or who you doing it with. Pistol squats. I don't care if you about to go take a shower and the shower water running. You do some pistol squats right before you get in the shower. I don't care, you wake up, you about to brush your teeth and take a shit. You better do some pistol squats to sit down to shit on the toilet. We don't got no excuses. 3 times a day. Do that shit. We trying to increase. We trying to upgrade. We don't have time for excuses like, oh, I'm going to do it Monday, or I'm going to do it when I get done with this, or I got to go to work today. It's like, oh, man, I'm spending time with my family today. I don't give a fuck about none of that weak-ass shit, nigga. Fuck your family. Fuck your job. Fuck your excuses, nigga. You better do pistol squats with your motherfucking family in a tuxedo, bitch. I don't care if you on the way to church. Bitch, you better get up, get the Holy Ghost, and do some pistol squats, nigga. Y'all niggas want to get the Holy Ghost and speak in tongues, nigga. You better get the Holy Ghost and do some pistol squats. Fuck wrong with you? We don't got no excuses. Facts. What up, though, Dougie? We in the chat. Y'all know that. Facts, Cynthia. You finna make me do some more pistol squats right now, just on gangster. Just on GP. Like, what? Nigga, I'll do some more pistol squats right now. Fuck if I don't give a fuck about nothing. Cynthia say, so we make a count and start that. That's facts. Just start and never stop. Don't look back. Figure it out as you go. Just go. That's right, Cynthia. We're going to figure it out as we go. Just go. As long as you go, you good. If you don't go, you stagnant. You stagnating. What you doing? You got to go. Let me turn the light on up in this motherfucker. Turn on a little light. Yeah, as long as you go, you'll get there. As long as you don't go, you'll be waiting. Waiting is Satan. Why you waiting with Satan? Ain't nobody doing no waiting.
Every day, someone is forgotten. Not because they lacked talent, not because they weren't intelligent.
Let me go put some more water up in here.
Hard enough. They disappear because someone else becomes easier to notice. A colleague gets promoted while years of your effort go unseen. A relationship slowly fades even though you gave everything you had. Friends stop calling. Opportunities pass to people who seem no more capable than you. And one day, you find yourself asking a painful question. What makes one person unforgettable while another becomes replaceable? Most people answer that question the wrong way.
That
They
boy
believe
good.
the
Hold
answer
on.
is beauty, status, money, charisma, popularity, or luck. They spend years chasing credentials, collecting achievements, and trying to become more impressive. Yet they remain surprisingly easy to replace. Because people do not remember you simply for what you accomplish. They remember how your presence changes their lives. There are people who walk into a room and leave no trace after they are gone. And there are people whose absence is felt immediately. The mentor whose advice still guides decisions years later. The friend whose honesty cannot be replaced. The colleague everyone hopes never leaves. The partner whose presence becomes the emotional center of another person's life. The difference between those two people is rarely talent. It is value. Not the value printed on a resume. Not the value measured by income. But the deeper kind. The kind that exists in the human mind. The kind that makes someone think, life is simply better when this person is here. That is the kind of value this book is about. This is not a book about manipulation. It is not about making people chase you, playing emotional games, or manufacturing an image that eventually collapses under its own weight. Real influence cannot be faked. Lasting respect cannot be forced. And genuine importance can never be built on performance alone. Instead, this book explores 13 timeless psychological principles that make certain people extraordinarily difficult.
Ooh, hold on, y'all. I'm finna go catch me a recuperation, man. You know what I'm saying? For this human body, man. I appreciate y'all coming through that GhODCast. We're gonna be back, you know what I'm saying? It's love. Another episode of GhODTherapy. GhODCast. Not your ordinary podcast, but where we get you to God fast. Only if you have a heart that's strong enough, because otherwise you're going to die in here. A psychological death. An ego death. We are poetic, not literal. This is for entertainment and therapeutic purposes only. Entertainment, therapeutic, and educational purposes. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, free speech. This is America. Stand for something. Or you'll fall for anything. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in a little bit, man. Glory be to God. Be God. God is good. It's good to be God. Now y'all go be God. Go be good. For goodness sake. Merry Christ for the rest of your life. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. And to all a good night. Appreciate that love, Droopy. Somebody said clown. We definitely are masks in a masquerade party. We are the image of God. The image is the clown. The clown is the mask. The mask was given to us by God. Glory be to God. We are all masking in the masquerade party we refer to as life. Yep. We all in a carnival. Carnival. Hold on. Let us take a moment of silence and somebody say, stop blabbing and end this garbage stream. No. You just gave me a reason to chill and relax. I appreciate some interaction. I'm about to go, but now you here. So now I would like to, you know what I'm saying, share your energy with you. I would like to be the mirror that reflects what you project. You feel me? We're going to tap in and pull a little bit more oil out of the reserves. Now you got that Federal Reserve. It's a Federal Reserve Bank. I got some banks reserved. I got some reservations for people like you. You feel me? Like I said, a clown is a mask and God is the top hat. Glory be to God for allowing us to be masked in his masquerade party, for us to clown around and have a great time playing in the Garden of Eden that God created for his children as earth. Earth is the garden that we are all tasked with cultivating. So as a gardener, gardening in the garden, you reap what you sow. Every day in a row your boat gently down the stream of God's consciousness as we are streamers, streaming God's consciousness. This is Streamers University, the universe in which we stream the consciousness of God through our doorway, through our stargate, through our black hole. We are the black sun, the son of God, that allows God to express himself into the physical reality we refer to as life. That's facts. Somebody says, you just talk in circles without saying anything. Well, that's because there's truly nothing to say. There's nothing to be said. Only the doing gets done. There's something to do, and only you can do it. So talking is automatically circular because the truth is eternal, is infinite. As long as you talk, you will come back to the same truth. So it is circular. We are talking in circles, and we're not saying anything because we are already know it all. We know God, and God is it all. As long as you know God, you know all you need to know. And that's intuition, high-level intuition. He say, you sound like a schizo. That's because I split the brain like I split the atom. The atom is a tomb. The tomb is the human body that the consciousness lives in. In order for you to allow your consciousness to grow, you have to split the mind, which is schizo. You have to schizophren, right? You have to split and become whole as God's consciousness again. So we crack the human head, we crack the head, so that we could escape the human limitation. That's why Golgotha is the skull where Jesus is crucified. Jesus is crucified because we cracked the head and allowed Jesus to be God. Somebody says, LMAO, you are full of shit. Carry on, clown. If I'm full of shit, then that means I need to detox the shit by putting the shit in the furnace. The furnace is in the mind. The shit is the fertilizer you use to grow righteous thoughts so that you can produce righteous fruits. Your thoughts become your behaviors. Your behaviors are the fruits of your thoughts. So you have to purify the shit in your mind. Purify the fact that you are full of shit into a fertilized growth. This is God's garden. And that's why you're full of shit. That's why you're using fertilizer to grow the seed that God planted in you as Christ. Christ is the seed. The light has to grow, and it grows through the shit. It grows through the mud, through the dirt, through the elements and the minerals of the earth. So that's why we go through shit, because you learn through the shit you go through. That's facts. Somebody says, so did you finish high school? High school is a fiction, a legal fiction. It's an illusion. All of the paperworks are all papers of the same it's called a legal fiction. So finishing high school is irrelevant in life. Life doesn't care about your high school experience. You got to continue to do what you got to do for you, regardless as to what you've been through. We all go through shit. Like my boy said, you're full of shit, and you got to go through it. The only way to get to it is to go through it. Somebody says, you're making all these people stupid with your crap. All what people? What people are you talking about? You're concerned about things that are none of your concern. You should be focused on God. You need to maintain your focus on Christ. God has all these people in his plans and in his hands. You worried about them is not helping you. Help yourself by learning how to mind your own business. What up, though? Evie said, Grand Rising King, Grand Rising Radiate. You already know how that go. Somebody say, a preacher is not a fighter like you. Wake up. George Foreman was a preacher. Muhammad Ali was a preacher. I don't understand. People are people. People do what people do. I don't understand why you don't think you can be all you can be. But you shouldn't limit yourself. You should do what you can. Do what you will. If I'm a preacher and a fighter, it's because I can be. Somebody says, you are one of the biggest deterrents I've ever seen when it comes to religion. The only bigger deterrent from religion than me is Christ, which I am Christ, because that's not bigger, it's equal. Me and Christ are equal deterrents from religion, because religion just means regrouping. And why would you group up when you are an individual? You are tasked with being an individual, a lone star. You can't be a group. You gotta be you. You gotta be one deep. So religion, grouping up, being a part of a group is not gonna help you be you as an individual version. So yeah, I am the biggest deterrent when it comes to religion, because religion is not where it's at. It's in you. You gotta do it for yourself. Somebody said a preacher is not a fighter. That's a lie. You got to fight the devil. You got to fight temptation. You got to fight the ego. Preachers are fighters, and you should be too. You should learn how to fight for you. If you don't fight for yourself, you're a coward. If you don't fight for yourself, you're a slave. What type of individual don't fight for self? But that's lame. Everybody got to fight the good fight, my boy. It's over with.
Introduction: The Golden Cage. Welcome. If you are listening to this, it is because you have reached a limit.
A limit.
You have used your mind to try to solve your life. You have analyzed, planned, calculated, and worried. You have read books, learned techniques, and tried to think positive. And yet you still feel that subtle emptiness. You still feel that life is a struggle. You feel it is a problem to be solved, rather than a mystery to be lived. The reason is simple yet devastating for the ego. You cannot solve the problem with the same tool that created it.
Facts.
Your analytical mind, that incessant voice in your head, is a wonderful tool for survival. It serves to calculate taxes and build complex bridges. It helps you remember where you left your keys. But the mind is not designed to make you happy.
Facts.
It is not designed to create miracles. And it is definitely not designed to comprehend the infinite. The mind is a golden cage. It is a closed circuit that recycles information from the past. You are trying to create using the bricks of the old. When you try to manifest your dreams from the mind, you are trying to create what is new using bricks of the old. It is impossible. This audiobook is called Beyond the Mind, because that is where your true power resides. There is an intelligence in you that does not think, but knows. There is a part of you that does not analyze time. It is a part of you that is eternal. There is a place where you do not need to attract anything, because you are already connected to everything. In the coming
That's
hours,
facts, mixed
we are
swagger.
going to undertake the longest and most difficult journey a human being can make. The 12-inch journey from your head down to your very heart. We must go there. We are going to learn how to turn off the noise to turn on the signal. We are going to stop trying to understand.
Somebody said, be all that you can be, and hopefully it's more than rambling on live like a crackhead. It's not more than rambling on live like a crackhead. Be more than you can be, all that you can be means rambling on live like a crackhead. That's Christ. Christ is the rambling of a cracked head. Christ cracked the head and became the word of God. God's word is rambling because it's the word, the living word. And it cracked the head because you have to say what God said, not just what man says. If you don't crack the head, then you stuck living in the head of man. If you don't crack the head, you'll never get out of your own mind. You'll be stuck in your own self-limiting belief cycles, not able to think outside. Like, you have to crack the head and speak outside of your past in order to create your future. You must ramble like a crackhead, fam. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck in the darkness of a human mind. Why would you do that to yourself? Let your soul glow. Let your soul grow, fool. Fuck is you trying to trap yourself in the head for, bro? Get out. You need to get out more. Y'all niggas is whack, weak, and weird, bro. Facts. Why would this nigga not crack the head? Nigga don't want to crack the egg. You'll never get out the cocoon. How you gonna be a butterfly if you don't crack the damn cocoon? Niggas is cowards for real. What up though, Crown them? Thumo said we crackheads for shit show. We been cracked the head. No drugs used. Niggas using drugs to try to crack the head. Nigga, we cracked the head. No drugs, nigga. Still gotta crack that head though. Still gotta crack that egg though. Little chick. How the hell you gonna spread your wings and fly? Niggas scared to get out the goddamn egg. Boy, lame for real. What up though, Crown them TV? Peace, Lord. What's the science? Niggas don't want to crack their head and become the Christ mind. They want to be a human mind. They want to be limited to their human consciousness. They don't want spiritual awareness. They don't want to crack the human head. They don't want to crucify Christ at Golgotha. They don't want the crucifixion. They don't even know what Golgotha is. They don't know what Golgotha means. Oh, I said we crack heads with our head. Yeah, we crack heads with our consciousness. You feel me? We crack heads with our psychedelics. We crack heads psychologically. These niggas trying to do drugs to crack the head. Nigga, we crack the head from our own lived human experience. Empirical evidence, my boy. Welcome to the Imperial Valley.
Universe. To start being the universe.
Be the
Get
universe.
ready to let go of the only thing you believe keeps you safe. Your need to understand everything. The journey begins now. Get ready for the architecture of origin and the power. Chapter 1. The guardian of the threshold. The ego and the illusion of control. Before we can talk about galaxies, miracles, synchronicity, or the invisible architecture of reality, we must stop at the closed door. There is an invisible barrier that separates your current life, the life of struggle, effort, and repetition, from the life you sense is possible, the life of flow, expansion, and magic. That barrier is not made of external circumstances. It is not the economy, it is not your family, it is not your past. The barrier is an internal mechanism, a sophisticated and ancient defense system. We call it the guardian of the threshold. In modern psychology, it is known as the ego. But I want to ask you to, for a moment, forget everything you think you know about that word. Forget Freud's definition. Forget the idea that the ego is simply vanity, pride, or arrogance. Those are just its most superficial disguises. The ego, at its deepest and metaphysical root, is something much more complex. It is the mental structure that sustains the illusion that you are separate from the all. The guardian has only one mission: your physical and psychological survival. And to survive in a world it perceives as hostile and chaotic, the guardian has developed an unshakable addiction: control. Crossing the threshold toward
That's
beyond
facts,
mind
Cynthia. You
requires
feel
you
me?
to do the one
Because
thing
that's
the
better
guardian
for our
strictly
community.
forbids.
That's
Letting
better
go
for my
of the
neighborhood. You feel me? That's
In
better
this
for how I'm
chapter,
living.
We are going to dissect the guardian.
You feel me? I help them find themselves. They'll stop being juvenile delinquents and disturbing the peace. Feel me? If I help them find themselves, they'll stop breaking into cars and making children out of wedlock and not raising them. You feel me? Like, it's just better for my community to have a community based in God. That's why. So I'm on my job for my children, so my children can live in a better world, so I can live in a better world. so that there can be a better world. Glory be to God, you feel me? What said, if you want to see a change in the world, you got to start with the man in the mirror. The ripple effect, facts, starts with you. So if you want to get a ripple going, you can start it inside yourself and it'll ripple out. You might not be able to go start in somebody else's house, but you can start in your own house and it'll ripple out. So just get started. I'm talking to the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. No message could be any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, you got to look in the mirror and make a change. Facts. Energy is neither lost nor gained. That means you are a creator and you have to just recreate. I said, make a difference by addition. Facts. Make a difference by addiction. Add God's diction. Add diction. Addiction. Add God's diction. Facts. Add God's diction. That's the addiction you need. Big diction. Big dictator. Facts. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, look in the mirror and make a change. It's that Michael Jackson, feel me? That's that Mike Jack. Oh, what's that word life? Be the living word. That's facts, though. Be the living word means be the living communicator. Learn how to communicate. That's what be the living word means. Be a good communicator. Learn how to tell the truth and learn how to hear the truth being told. Like, you know what I'm saying? People don't know how to communicate that well, so they 9 times out of 10 miscommunicating on accident anyway. But as long as you learn how to understand the truth, long as you understand what is meant, then you can participate in a meaningful conversation, right? So if you can't participate in a meaningful conversation, it's because you are not being the living word. You don't know how the word lives, bro. Like, get into the word. Get into communication. Learn how to talk to your others, your sisters and your brothers, one family under God. You feel me? Like, come on, y'all. It really ain't that hard. It ain't that complicated. Trolls just be trolling because they don't know what else to do. As a troll, they have not paid the toll to cross over understanding. If they paid the toll, which is trials and tribulations, if they paid the toll, which is the hard times, they would grow to understand. And they too would be understanding. Trolls don't understand because they still too low on the totem pole because they have not paid the toll to cross over. Trolls didn't pay the toll. Eventually they will, though. That's over with. Your ass gonna meet your breaking point. Every knee shall bow, every tongue shall confess. It is what it is. You will get there. For sure. Facts. In spirit and in truth. That's all we want. We want in spirit and in truth. That's all we want. No message could have been any clearer. I'm talking to the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. Sister say it happens, but they make it hard. That's the Christos. That's the Christ. That's that rock. The crack rock. Definitely gotta, they definitely make it hard. They definitely make it crystals. But that's why we shine bright. They make it crystals. We shine bright. We shine like gemstones, like jewels. You feel me? Santana. Hey. Somebody say, happening, bro, you miss me. Why? It's trolls can't even talk like normal individuals. That's amazing. Automatically identify themselves as trolls. Can't even help it. That's crazy how trolls don't even know that they are trolls. Like, they don't even know that we know that they are trolls. That's amazing. That boy said, you miss me? Boy, you can't even not be a troll. Madness. No message could have been any clearer. I'm asking him to change your ways. Well, say they living in inequity. That's facts. He even say they just living like zombies. That's facts. Somebody gotta be a zombie, and I'ma let them do it. That's what Sadie said? Oh. How y'all gonna do that? How y'all gonna do that? What's the plan? Facts, you feel me? It's all right. It's a growing process. It's a learning process. They gonna be employees until they learn how to be employers, right? Somebody gotta be an employee, but it's all a part of the learning curve. So you are an employee until you learn how to be an employer. What'd she say?
She said that she's gonna tell Granny when she gets home.
Oh, your granny not home yet?
No, when Sadie gets home.
Oh, Sadie not home yet. Why you don't just call your granny then? Why you don't just call your granny? Or text her or something?
I didn't know. They're just not.
Yeah, I never heard of it either. I don't know either. Well, tell them to find out if your granny knows. She might not know either. Cynthia said, we should say we miss him so his feelings won't be hurt. He don't have feelings. He does not have feelings. He a zombie. That's how zombies trick you. You have feelings, and so you trying to project your feelings into his reality. He don't have feelings. He trolling. He just being a hoe ass nigga. If you feed into him, that's all he wanted you to do. That nigga don't have no feelings at all. Nigga just lame. He don't have no feelings. He don't care. He talking just to troll because he don't know how to be constructive. He don't know how to contribute in a positive way. He giving you all he got, and all he got is hate. He don't have no feelings. He can't care about that. If he had feelings, he would have cared not to say no stupid dumbass shit. That's facts. But Excuse me. Believe me, he do not have feelings. Just trying to be a disruptor, because that's the only way he can validate his existence. We validate our existence through love and self-love. He validates his existence through hate and self-hate. He looking for haters that he can share his hate with, or lovers who he can convince to become haters. He trying to create a community. Somebody say he AI, he artificially intelligent. That's facts. That nigga is artificially intelligent. That's facts. He is not actually intelligent at all. That artificial is artificial. Feel me? I said artificially unintelligent. That's facts, because he letting them people program him. That boy let them people program him. That boy got programmers. Some of us, we program ourselves. The rest of us let the media or the mass, the mainstream. That boy programmed by AI. Artificially created trends, artificially created zeitgeist, artificially created egregores, artificially created cultures, artificially created markets. This nigga is with the whole artificially created world. Deserve no respect. God is a respecter of no man. And I don't respect man either. Facts. God is a respecter of no man. And I don't respect man either. Faith in no man off real. I mean, if you don't let him validate his existence that way, he just shut up. That's why he gone. Now where he at? You took away the way he liked to validate his existence, and now he don't even validate his existence no more. He just disappeared like a ghost, like the phantom that he is. This nigga just a phantom in the opera. They all are mere phantoms. Little shadows waiting on you to shine the light. That's all. They just little shadows waiting on you to shine the light. That's all. Glory be to God. That's facts, Evie. Just a matter of time. Every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess. It's just a simple matter of time. Somebody says, well, we was all programmed as kids. And then we become mature. Yep. And some people still in their childhood programming years right now. So they haven't had their time to become mature. Right now is their time to be employees. Their time to be an employer will come. But right now, just give them a job to do, because they need jobs. They need something to do before they destroy themselves. So give them jobs until they learn how to create jobs for themselves. Give them social security numbers until they learn how to create EINs or employer identifier numbers for themselves. You know what I mean? Glory be to God. There's a place. I know a place. I'll take you there. Well, ain't nobody crying. I'll take you there. I know a place. All right, y'all. I'm going to go and get up out of here this time, man. We stayed a little longer for, you know what I'm saying, those who had a few more inquiries. But I will be back, and we will inquire more. Like minds, gonna shine. Glory be to God for the rest of our lifetime. Be the Christ mind. Philippians chapter 2, verse 5. All right? Philippians chapter 2, verse 5. Go get the mind of Christ. Facts. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all on this episode of the GhODCast, GhODTherapy. Line that shit up in alignment. Tell them line that shit up in alignment with God. Facts, man. Line that shit up. Straight lineage, straight line age from God. Direct lineage, direct descendants, a straight line from God in alignment. Tell them line that shit up. I'm trying to punch on something. Punchy, punchy.